Good evening. This is CTV News for Monday, April 23rd. I'm Patricia Villone. Thank you for joining us. Well, Maryland's top political leaders are scheduled to meet tomorrow to see if they can reach an agreement on a special legislative session. The General Assembly passed a budget and adjourned about 3 weeks ago without passing proposed tax increases. This budget leaves local jurisdictions facing millions of dollars in cuts. Senator Joanne Benson says Prince George's County faces substantial financial setbacks, but says she's confident lawmakers will do what's in the best interest of everyone.
I have told them that it's absolutely critical that they come together so that we will not experience a $65.4 million loss to Prince George's County. Our school system, our health department, our Prince George's Hospital, $15 million. The list goes on and on of what we stand to lose if we don't come up with a session that deals with a budget. This doomsday budget would be devastating, not only for Prince George's County, but it would be devastating for the state of Maryland.
The governor, Speaker of the House, and the Senate President meet about a special legislative session tomorrow. Meanwhile, if they are called back to Annapolis, lawmakers could revisit a proposal to bring a sixth gaming site to Prince George's. In addition to National Harbor and Rosecroft Raceway, a local entrepreneur wants leaders to consider the Boulevard at Capt Center as a possible location. Charles Hopkins says the close proximity to Metro and 2 highway exit ramps makes the center an ideal site. He envisions a 150,000 square foot facility with a vertical parking garage above it. The full casino would house 3,000 to 4,000 slot machines and more than 100 table games.
And we were happy to have sponsorship on the House side of the equation. We didn't get as much traction on the Senate side, but we think when people drill down and understand our offering, they'll understand the logic of it, the fact that it's shovel ready. In fact, it's a retail pad that's finished. So we would get up and moving faster than any other location in the county at a lower cost and a lower carbon footprint.
What are you hoping happens if they call a special session?
We hope to be included. It's the American way to be competitive, to allow for open competition, and that's all we ask for.
Hopkins says the site would also include entertainment options such as restaurants and high-end retail, as well as conference and concert space. Well, county police say they've closed 2 homicides thanks to evidence uncovered in the Lenny Harris murder case. Harris, a Virginia activist, was found dead in a well in Prince George's. Tyrone Lewis has been linked to a 2005 robbery and shooting of a cab driver, and Kelvin Walker has been connected to the October 2011 killing of teenager Justin Isaacs in Hillcrest Heights.
Our information from detectives talking with people involved in the Lenny Harris case, which led them to other people, and they were able to put it together. They've been working since January, and we're able this morning to get the warrants. But when that information is we just don't go out, run out, and act on it. We have to corroborate it and run it. That little bit of information leads to other information, which leads to it becomes a big ball of information. And we were able to corroborate it and obtain the warrants.
Both men were served warrants while in jail on other charges. In an unrelated case, police say they've made a drug bust in Bowie. 2 brothers and a girlfriend were taken into custody on drugs and weapons charges on Friday. Dimitri and Ryan Walls and the girlfriend Sheila Coleman were arrested at a house in the 1700 block of Barrington Court Friday morning. Marijuana, ecstasy pills, and more than a dozen weapons were seized at the scene. A very loud and rude awakening for a Clinton family this morning. A red Chrysler 300 slammed into a house around 7 a.m. in the 8400 block of Old Branch Avenue. Police say it's not clear whether the driver suffered a medical emergency.
Shortly after 7 o'clock this morning, this Chrysler vehicle was traveling northbound here on Old Branch Avenue when it somehow lost control and ran into this house. Fortunately, the people who were in the home were not injured. The driver sustained minor injuries and he was transported to a local hospital.
Police are still investigating the accident. No charges have been filed against the driver. Well, nine people found themselves running out of a burning house in Adelphi today. The blaze broke out about 12:45 a.m. in the 10,000 block of Riggs Road. The residents all made it out safely with no injuries. Firefighters are still investigating, but believe that the blaze started in the basement and caused nearly $100,000 in damages. 2 firefighters were treated for minor injuries. Well, the man who fatally shot 17-year-old Trayvon Martin inside of a gated Florida community in February has been released from jail. 28-year-old George Zimmerman posted 10% or $15,000 to make bail as he awaits his second-degree murder trial. The Neighborhood Watch volunteer walked out of the Seminole County Jail about midnight on Sunday. He and another man got into a white BMW and then drove away. His ultimate destination is being kept secret for his safety and could be outside of Florida. A Hyattsville man is sentenced to more than 6 years in prison for distributing and possessing child pornography. 28-year-old Daniel Cardell pleaded guilty to distributing nearly 1,300 files depicting children engaged in sexually explicit conduct. In addition, Maryland State Police also confiscated computers and hard drives containing 57 videos. Cardwell must also register as a sex offender upon release from prison. And you are watching CTV News. I'm Patricia Villone.